afternoon, yogis, and welcome back to my channel. Today I've decided to put together a yin yoga sequence for you in case you are unaware of what yin yoga is. It's pretty much the opposite of a vinyasa flow in that it is not engaging your muscles. In fact, it's actually relaxing them and allowing your body to naturally bend a little bit more into a pose. So you hold the pose for anywhere from 3 to 6 minutes. I'm going to do 3-minute holds in these poses for this particular video. It is very beginner friendly, and it's personally one of my favorite ways to do yoga. Not that it is better or worse than vinyasa flow. In fact, a good way to look at it is balancing. The yin and yang sign is a balance between masculine energy and feminine energy, and yin yoga is representative of the yin side of the yin yang symbol. I usually do yin yoga on either my rest days or on days where I'm just beat, and I want to honor my body and stretch it out a little bit to prevent injury and keep myself in good shape without actually going and doing a hardcore sequence where I'm sweating. I'll even do it in my bed. For instance, instead of a mat today, I have just a fuzzy blanket on the floor. And because this is a relaxation sequence and we're really letting go and chilling out in these poses, if you're not as flexible, there's going to be certain poses where you would have to hold yourself up, which would engage certain muscles in your arms and whatnot. So what I'm going to recommend there is to have props, and I even use props. Don't be scared to grab some couch cushions or pillows, maybe some blankets, whatever you have around the house that can help prop you up so you can really just chill out, relax, and go through this yin flow with me. All right, without further ado, let's get started. We are going to start by doing 6 cat and cows. So you're going to get on all fours, have your knees about hip width distance apart, and then your hands beneath your shoulders, and we're going to breathe in, and you're going to lift your chest up, and then opposite, breathe out, and take your back to the sky like a stretching kitty. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and breathe out. Now we are going to go into puppy pose, which involves keeping our legs and knees where they are currently on the ground. We're going to keep our butt up in the air, take our arms out in front of us, and allow our chest to go as close to the ground as your body will let you. Again, we're not pushing, we are not trying to force our way into the position, we're just letting our body relax where it is. So if you would like to take a cushion, place it beneath your chest, and relax into the pose so that the sensations aren't as strong, then definitely feel free to do that. Just keep breathing into the pose, in and out of your mouth. If you want to extend the sensation, you can take your elbows down onto the ground, clasp your hands together and bring them back above your head. Otherwise, just leave your hands out in front of you. we're going to slowly press ourselves back up to all fours. The next position that we are going to do is called thread the needle pose. So we will do the left arm, or sorry, the right arm first and then the left arm. So we are going to keep our knees and our leg posture the same as before. This time we are going to take the right arm and we're going to place it underneath, across our chest, underneath the left arm and belly. And then we're going to slide it on the ground until our shoulder comes down to touch the floor. Rest your ear on the ground, and then you can have your left hand out in front of you for support and stability in this pose. Again, if that sensation is too much for you, feel free to take a pillow or even a thin blanket if the pillow is too thick. Just find what works for you and go into the pose that way. Again, there's no rush to push yourself any further than your body needs to go. Listen to your body and really find out what works for you. Remember, while lying here, there's a lot of time to get in your own head about what needs to be done today, what someone said 2 weeks ago. Just kidding. Just lots of thoughts rushing through your mind. So just try and use this opportunity to really focus on the sensations in your body and focus on the breath and really be present in what you're doing, and let the other thoughts just glide away without following and thinking into them too much. Now we're going to slowly lift out of the pose, gently, Maybe give your arms a little shake. And we're going to go into the other side. Again, if you need a prop, do not be scared to use it. It is certainly helpful so that you are not pushing your body beyond what it's ready for. Now we're going to place our right hand down on the floor and slide our left arm underneath the right arm, between the belly and the arm, and just till we get the shoulder down on the ground. We can always place our right hand out in front of us to get deeper into the stretch. Now we'll hold here for 3 minutes. You can close off your eyes while we're doing this if that helps to relax you. Just make sure that you're not getting away and flying off into Never Never Land in your head. Alright, now we're going to take our arm in and slowly lift up out of the pose. Take your time, no rush. Again, you can do a little shake if that feels good. I just wanted to do a disclaimer, there should be no sharp or really intense pains during this, so definitely use that as an indication to know to back out of the pose a little bit, and that is fine. I'm not there to help make the adjustments, so I really need you to listen to your body. Next, we are going to move into Sphinx pose, which actually does have a slight little bit of yang energy. So what you're going to do is you're going to lay flat on your belly, and you're going to have your hands, your forearms down on the ground. Just move back a little bit so you can see directly under your shoulders. and just hold your head up. Now, if this is a little too intense, you can have your arms a little farther forward, and that will take a little bit of the bend off of your back. But definitely, if you can, bring your arms in underneath your shoulder blades and hold here. You can close off the eyes here as well. If you're having troubles staying present in the pose and your mind keeps wandering off, you can try this exercise where you count your breaths, where you count 4 breaths in, deep long breaths, and then 6 breaths out. You can make minor adjustments, maybe 5 breaths in, 8 breaths out. But try and have a little bit of a longer breath out than your breaths in, and that will help to keep you really focused on your body, so your mind's not wandering off. All right, we are going to slowly come out of Sphinx. Press your body up. Our next pose is going to be on our backs. It's called Reverse Pigeon Pose. We are going to lay down on our backs. We are going to start with the right side. So you're going to have your left foot down on the floor underneath your butt cheek, about hip width distance apart. You're going to take your right leg up and place the outside of your right foot on top of the left knee. Now, if this is sensational for you, then definitely stay here. If you would like to take it a little bit further, you can take the hands in between the triangle created by your leg and on the outside of the left leg and grab on the back of the left knee and hold here. You should not be pulling in. There shouldn't be any resistance in your arms. Just kind of create a little bit of a hook so that your leg is up and relax into the stretch. Again, if this becomes too sensational, definitely come on the pose a little bit and drop your leg back down and just do the beginner version of the pose. There is no shame in that. Alright, now you're going to come out of the pose. Feel free to give your legs a little shake if you would like, or window wiper them from side to side, which you just take your knees together and move them back and forth. Now we're going to set up the same way on the other side. We're going to take our right foot behind the butt cheek and line that up with our hip. We are going to bring our left foot up on top of our right knee until we create a triangle with our left leg. This is perfectly fine. If you would like to stay here, then do so. If you would like to go to the next level, you can take your hands and weave them through the triangle on the outside of the right leg, cross the fingers together and hold here. Again, no pulling with the upper body, just allowing the legs to stay where they are. Alright, now we're going to come out of this pose. Again, you can do a little shake if you like. Do some window wipers back and forth, whichever feels good for you. Now slowly press yourself up. We are going to move into straddle pose. So that is where we're going to bring our legs out to the side and lower down. This is where the pillows for me come most in handy. If you do have a bolster, you can definitely use that as well. So you're just going to push yourself forward, not as far forward as you would if you're just doing a quick stretch, because remember, we will be holding this pose for at least 3 minutes, and if you do find that the sensation becomes too much, definitely ease out of it a little bit, maybe add another pillow, whichever feels right for you. And you're gonna feel, especially in this one, I notice it more, is your joints, the muscles around your joints are almost like tightening up and resisting. If you actually think into the muscle, I know that sounds strange, but you can kind of like let them go and just relax, and just once you let go of that resistance, it's actually a lot less sensational. All right, let's get to it. I'm gonna lean forward and down, and when you get to your edge, relax, put your head, hang your head down, and close off your eyes. If that means putting 4 couch cushions under you, then that is fine. Remembering that the legs are not engaged and that we are relaxing the muscles in this pose. All right, use your hands to slowly press out of the pose. Move your pillow. Slowly bring your legs together. Give them a little shake, tap the feet out, and windshield wiper them from side to side. Release some of that tension in the back of the legs. All right, now if you're not near a wall, you're welcome to just plop your hips up on a block, on a pillow, or you could even turn sideways if you have a couch nearby and use the side of the couch to help prop your legs up. What we're going to do is legs up against the wall. If you are by a wall, that would be ideal. You're just going to lay on your back with your butt against the wall and have your legs up against the wall and relax for about 3 minutes. You can, of course, do this without the wall. It's just you're going to have to use a little bit more engagement in the legs to keep them up rather than just having them rested against the wall. Remember to try and keep your focus on the breath and the sensations in your body. If you notice at any point that you have tensed up your legs or feet, just relax. to slowly come out of the pose, roll on your side, and press yourself up. Now we are going to do a leg spinal twist. We are going to lay down on our backs. We are going to start with the right leg first. You're going to straighten the left leg out. Actually, the modification, so the more beginner version, is you have both of your legs up. You are going to drop the legs over to the left. Take your arms out to a T and look to the opposite direction, so look to the right. If you would like a little bit more sensation than that, you can actually wrap the top leg underneath the bottom leg and you'll get a little bit more of a twist. And you want to really make sure that your shoulder is still on the ground. So if you're trying to hover your legs above the ground to keep your shoulder, then by all means take a pillow, 2, 3 pillows, however much it takes, and just listen to your body and prop yourself up that way. to slowly come out of the pose. If your legs are wrapped, unwrap them. And if you need to help your legs up, that is fine. Use your hands. And move on to the other side. No rush. Remember, if you need a pillow, by all means, use a pillow. Now you're going to take our legs over to the right side and look over to the left side. Remember, the body should be relaxed. You shouldn't be holding tension. If you are holding tension, then you should probably use that as an indicator to use some sort of prop so that you can really relax into the pose. Alright, slowly come out of the pose. You can always use your arm to lift your legs back up. And our final pose is resting pose, which is Savasana. We're going to lay down, let your legs spread out to the side and your arms hang down out to the side with your palms to the ceiling. Just breathing here. Shavasana can be as long or short as you wish, but I do recommend at least doing 1 minute in Shavasana. And really rewarding yourself for the work that you've done. Alright, you are welcome to stay here, pause the video, and stay in Shavasana for a little bit longer. Otherwise, I thank you guys for joining me on my mat today, and namaste, yogis. Remember to love yourself and reward yourself for showing up and practicing, whether that be in a relaxed, chill way. Our society does put a lot of pressure on us to always be go, 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 and I really believe that yin is awesome because it kind of honors your body in a way that is relaxing and chill and kind of takes the pressure off from everyday life. Thanks, guys.